Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I just want to go over some of the benefits of trading on the weekly chart and how it can actually help your trading by controlling your emotions, which can lead to more success. Now, these are just some of the reasons that I'm going to go over today, and I'm going to go over some examples of, looking at the weekly chart and how it can help you trade and improve your trading. Now, one of the reasons is less management. Sometimes, the less you manage your trade on a tick by tick and a bar by bar basis, the better it is for you, because you let the trade play out. You get to see the bigger picture. You're not looking, you're not trading in a vacuum where you're not looking left, you're not looking right. You're just focused on a minute by minute or 5 minute or even a day by day. So with looking at a weekly chart, as I said, you get to see the bigger picture. Less emotion is also another factor, because as you're seeing the bigger picture, you let the trade play out and you're not so worried about, hitting a target within a minute or even a day. And because of that, it actually leads to more success, because you're giving your trade time to play out. You're not having these, you're not trying to micromanage it. And so with these examples I'm going to show you are perfect examples why, if you do trade on a daily chart and you have a plan, that's fine. But if you're looking to extend that and look at, like I said, the bigger picture, it's important that you look to see what has happened in previous price action and what you're predicting to happen, obviously, moving forward. So with that being said, I'm going to go over to the trading platform to show you some of these charts and technical analysis on why using the weekly chart can actually provide you a bigger picture and provide you more of an opportunity to capitalize on your trades. All right, guys, so I'm here on the Webull trading platform, and so I'm going to just go over some examples here to show you exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to technical analysis. So for this example, you can use the moving averages that you prefer. I like using the 30, the 50, and the 200-day moving average. The 50 and the 200 are obviously commonly known as trading. For trading, the 30 is just, it works for me. I mean, some people use the 21, the 20, but the 50 and the 200 are common when it comes to technical analysis. But here we are with Twitter on a daily time frame, and as you can see, Twitter was on a an uptrend. And then, you had these wild swings, gap down. And now recently, it also came down and touched the 200-day moving average. Back in March, it dropped below the 200-day moving average. And most people who trade on a daily time frame know that once a stock drops under the 200-day moving average and is trading under there, that's obviously a bearish sign. You could see a continuous downtrend. Fortunately for Twitter, they rebounded, but then it just recently tested this 200-day moving average again. However, when you look at this chart, it does look somewhat volatile. You have this gap down, you have a retrace back to the top, and now it's retracing back to the 200-day moving average. Now it looks like it's ready to get back up to the top again. But now when you look at this chart, as I said, you see these gap downs. If you were in this trade right here at, say, $66 back in April and it gaps down, most people would have panic sold, because it broke the 200-day moving average. Could be going lower. Okay, most people would not give it time to play out, and obviously they would have missed out on profit. But if we zoom out now to the weekly chart, what you're going to see here is that it kept the 50-week moving average. Nothing happened. It's in a clear uptrend. As you can see, both the 30, the 50, and the 200-week moving averages are lining up perfectly. It's in a clear uptrend. So when you look at this chart, provides a clearer picture, and it obviously looks a lot nicer than this chart. You see, I mean, we're still on an uptrend regardless, but the fact that the 30 and the 50-day have crossed one under each other shows that we're headed down. But again, when we look at the weekly, all it did was retrace back to the 50-week moving average. What did it do this week? On the daily, came all the way down to the 200 again. But on the weekly, it's using that 50-day as prior support, the 50-week actually. And what do we have here? A green candle, and each candle here, since we're on the weekly chart, represents 1 week. So again, when you look at the weekly chart, it provides a bigger picture and it looks a lot clearer. It gets rid of all that noise in between on a day-to-day basis. This gap down obviously was March of 2020, which we all know what happened in March of 2020. But since then, it's used the 30-week and 50-week as levels of support. Another example, let's see, is PayPal. PayPal on a daily time frame as you can see, it's also gap down, and then obviously it kind of a double bottom here with a lower low, and it's retraced, and then we have another gap down, and now possibly the 50-day is now, instead of being support, could be resistance. So we have the 50-day moving average here as possible resistance, and most people would wait until it breaks that 50-day and closes above to get into the trade. But if we zoom out to the weekly again, what do we see? It's using the 30-week moving average as clear support, and it's touched every single time. And we can go all the way back to literally March 2020, and when it retraces and it touches that 30-week, it bounces up, and it bounces, it bounces, it bounces. Now here, could we have another bounce? Potentially, but if not, I'm willing to bet that this 50-week moving average will hold as support if it does drop to this level. So again, like I said, a clearer picture, no gaps, just perfect trend line that just keeps going higher. So when you look at the daily again, like I said, you're looking at this and seeing that it was using the 50, as basically support. It broke it, used it as resistance, it broke it, and it didn't hold it as support, gap down. Now again, could it be resistance? Like I said, people, if you're trading on a daily, you may want to wait till it closes above to get in. If you're trading on a weekly, you're thinking, I'll just get in now, and of course there's no confirmation yet, but if you're going based on trend, you can see the 30-week has held time and time again. Let's look at Amazon here. Amazon on the daily had been trading in a range for the longest time, and now the chart, as you can see, which just looks so volatile. It's just whipping all over the place. So you have a gap down under the 200-day, above the 50, now back to the 200, and here we go again back to the 50. So as you can see, this right here, nearly last year, from last summer all the way till about February, it was trading in a range, and then it moved up, didn't hold, came all the way back down past the 200-day. But if we look at the weekly and zoom out, what do you see? It's a perfect uptrend using that 50-week moving average as support every single time. So this is why when you zoom out, it gets rid of all the noise, and it helps you understand the perspective of the trade and exactly what has happened and what's happening within the candlestick pattern itself. And like I said, it gets rid of all the noise, so it's a clearer picture. It's nicer to look at. You don't just have gaps all over the place. And one last example I'll go over here is Walmart, because I remember during the summer, there's a couple of people I know that reached out to me asking me, like, how low is this going to drop? Because especially when it's Walmart, you're not used to seeing a move like this, where it's at 153 all the way to 126. And this was in March when the 10-year yield was rising. And obviously Walmart is not a tech stock, but as you could see, from a 153 to 126 is a big move. Now in hindsight, it's easy to see, like, oh yeah, levels of support, yeah, but hindsight, everything's easy to see. But when you're looking at it from here, how low is it going to go? Because you're drawing lines all over the place at this point, and you're saying, here's a level, nope, it broke that, here's another level, it broke that, here's another level, and this is the one that held. But again, in hindsight, it's easy to see that. However, when you look at it, it gapped down after earnings and it kept going. But on the weekly, what do you see? You see no gaps, and it's basically a trend line straight up. Again, there's nothing here. If you look at this chart, and I didn't tell you it's a weekly, a monthly, a daily, you'd say this is a perfect uptrend. And there's nothing that you would see here that's fearful, that you would think like, oh, this is a chart I would not, or a stock I would not be willing to trade because the chart looks horrible. No, this chart looks beautiful. But on a daily, if you were to see this, you would think there's no way I'm getting into this trade, because you can see the 50 was almost crossing into the 200, and it just looks like spaghetti basically. And so when you got all these moving averages crossing each other, that's not a good sign. You want them in a perfect uptrend, very similar to this right here. And this is the daily chart again. But as I said before, no matter if it's a daily, a 1 minute, 5 minute, a monthly, you always want to see a perfect uptrend in a stock. At least I do. I'm not willing to take trends in stocks if they're not if technical. For me, I trade on technical analysis and also on fundamentals, but I do want to see stocks obviously in an uptrend. So when I look at the weekly, like I said, it helps provide that uptrend, and it gives you a better perspective on what's really going on with the company itself. And as like I said, you could see here, you don't have gaps, you don't have any of that noise going on. It just provides that clear uptrend, and you're able to establish. It's a lot easier to read and see where that level of support is. And if you just draw a straight trend line, you can see that it's clearly on an upward trend, and it's using this right here. If I drew a trend line, you can see it's just higher highs each time. So again, guys, like I said, this is the reason why trading on a weekly chart can help you, especially if you're new and you're not sure, how do I get in trades, when do I get out? If I see a $6 drop, I mean, it all comes down to what's your plan, and what is, are you in this for the short term, the long term? If you're day trading, obviously you're not going to use a weekly chart because you're day trading, and if you're scalping, it's the same thing. But if you're looking to be a swing trader, I think the weekly chart is extremely beneficial. Now you can use a weekly chart to determine, okay, is this a stock or a company I'm interested in? Well, it's on a clear uptrend on a weekly basis, and then you can obviously go down a time frame to the daily and decide, okay, where am I going to get my entry at? To have a better entry. Same thing, you were trading on a daily, you use a daily as your primary time frame, and then you go down to maybe the 5 minute or the 1 minute to get an entry. But as I said, it all comes down to what is your plan, whatever your plan is. If your plan is to hold this for a year, 2 years, you have an entry. Of some people just want to be in. But if you're looking to swing trade, for me personally, let's just go back to, what was it before? Let's just say Twitter here. If I'm looking at Twitter, you can be extremely aggressive and get in once it touches this 50-week moving average. As you see, it's been support each time. You can get in. So when it gets near that 50-week, you get in the trade and see how it goes. And if it breaks, well, that you got to make a decision. Is your plan, say, to get out if it breaks the trend line? And if it does, you get out. But again, you can wait for confirmation and say, when it goes above, say, let's just say this red candle here, which was 65.36, if it can go above 65.36 this week, I'll get in, and you'd be in the trade right now. So again, it all comes down to you as an individual trader, investor, how you determine what the entry and the exit will be and what your profit target will be. But I'm just providing my perspective on why trading a weekly chart is beneficial, because it helps you look at the broader perspective, or the bigger perspective, bigger picture, and it gives a more clean technical analysis, or provides technical analysis on on a cleaner scale, so you can see exactly what prior price action has done, and where you can predict that the price will go moving forward. So with that said, guys, if you have any questions, drop them down in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. I hope this helped you out. Again, if there's anything I can answer for you, just drop it down in the comment section, and I will catch you on the next one.